Hello everyone and welcome. I am Dorian Regal, also known as Minuit. I am a digital artist who loves exploring every corner of digital creation. This is part 2 of a tutorial that explains how to create a super smooth inflating building. Let's get started. Okay, now in Cinema 4D, let's take the model and keep everything well organized into a null called build if we have to go back and redo some steps. So now the mesh is the model. Let's rotate it 90 degrees. And now what we need to do is to scale it. So there is not many ways to make it in Cinema 4D. So let's build a cube with 400 centimeters for almost 4 meters, and scale the model. We don't care for now, so let's create a material. This material, we're gonna put the texture that we export from Reality Scan, and now voila, look at that, a really smooth textures that fit perfectly the model. Let's change the viewport size view so we can have a better quality in the viewport. Look at that, perfect detail. So now what we need is to save it, because we're gonna do some simulation, and simulation always crash your computer or your software. Be careful. In the simulation tab, you can erase the gravity because we can control it after. And what you need to know is the scene scale. So now we know that this cube is 2 meters. And the scene scale is 1 meter, so yes, it's almost the same. Let's build a collision ground. So build a box or a plane, whatever you want. Oh, and now I see that there is something I left during maybe the remesh process. So let's erase those floating polygons. Bye bye, floating polygons. What you can do, because the remesh process and the photogrammetry is really complex, you can select a polygon and select connected polygon and then invert it and delete. Then you will be sure that only the polygon that you see in the viewport are in the model. Now let's give a collider tag. So right click simulation collider tag, and also a close tag or balloon tag. Why not? Balloon is the default tag. The only difference is that the balloon option is active. So you need to show the FPS in the viewport, so Shift V and enable frame per second, because you need to know how many FPS you are running the simulation depending on the computer capabilities. And for art direction, you don't want to be under 30 frames per second, because you want to do some stuff in real time and be comfortable. And now we're going to put the balloon tag, and look at that, it will drop down at 30 FPS. Well, it depends on all the computer. Those computation are on the GPU, so it depends on what kind of graphic card you have. So here the technique is put the balloon tag to see where the mesh is colliding himself. So if it's stable, it's good for the next part of the simulation. You can see that it is not moving so much. So now we're gonna set the vertex weight, set 100% vertex weight. It's gonna add a tag and use a field, use a linear field. And with this field, we can control where the simulation will run. So red part is 0 influence, yellow part is 100% influence. So we're gonna use that vertex map into the mix animation, put the tag map, and then set 25% for now, just to see. We don't want 100%. And now put the pressure of 2, and now, whoa, it's inflating. And now 5. You can see the volume inside will be 5 times bigger than the initial volume. So also, to make something much more smoother, you can edit in the timeline, add some keyframe to say, okay, at 60 seconds it will be 1, and a few seconds after it will be 5, so it's grow a little bit smoother. And now you look at that in real time, you can move the linear field and you can explore what kind of simulation you can do by only moving the linear field. You can make it a little bit more complex, adding a random field with a minimum multiplier and changing the scale. You can see that now the effect will be applied only in the yellow part. And look at that, wow, it's inflating everywhere. And that's really nice. Something that you can also do is giving, look at that. That part, you can see that it is 5 times bigger, almost 5 times bigger than the original one. That's what it means. So that's the goal the simulation will try to reach. Wow, it's magnifique. I love that kind of shape. Okay, and now look at that. You just have to give the random field animation speed, and it's moving. It's moving. You don't have to do nothing. No keyframe, nothing. It's moving like procedurally. That's really nice technique, you know. Okay, something that you have in mind too, if that this shape was well prepared, so there wasn't many issue. But if you have some issue, or if you want something with different behavior, you have to change everything here. You have to change the steps, you have to change the iteration, the passes for collision, and you have to study them a little bit more. But look at that, it dropped down the FPS 3 times because we have now 7, 80, 10 FPS. But look at that, the shape is totally different. It's growing much more smoother and it's much more accurate. Okay, you have less jittery stuff. It's looking like more what could happen in real life. Okay, so I won't go deeper into all those simulation steps. There is many tutorials that explain it, but maybe in another tutorial. And now you can also add some moving collision. Look at this. Let's drop a sphere, add a collider tag, and just move it in real time. And you can see that in real time, boom, it's reacting. Wow. So all the preparation before was to arrive at this point of the creation, or now you only need to art direct and you are really free to express yourself. These are my first tutorial and my first step into the YouTube game. As an artist, this is my way of giving back open source knowledge to the community where I spent hours learning for free. So you know what you have to do to support me here. Comment, ask a question, and share. And if I see in the comment that people are interested in a deeper explanation, I will be happy to continue and create more specific tutorial for you. Thanks for watching. Ciao, my computer lovers. See you in the next one.